Okay, so welcome to another 20 Under Review. Today I will be reviewing Infamous 2, and yes, blah blah. This is not the Infamous 2 case. Oh my God, I'm a jerk. This I got the collection. Better for me. Um, got the DLC. I essentially paid for both games what I would, but I got the DLC free. Um, which is pretty cool. The DLC was okay, but that's not what I'm reviewing. Infamous 2. I'm gonna start by saying that they had a new voice actor, and I disliked it. This was one of my least favorite things about the entire game, actually. They decided they were gonna get rid of the original voice actor, and in some games it doesn't matter, but in the game like Infamous, where you make a lot of choices and the choices affect the outcome of the game, having the same voice actor is important because you have that connection with the character. Having a new voice there kind of makes you lose the connection you had in the past game, and I didn't like that. The second the game started, I immediately knew it wasn't the Cole from Infamous 1. And that made me sad. I really like Cole from Infamous 1, and I thought he was better, voice actor-wise. Um, which made me really sad. But the other problem I had was that there were no awesome new powers. You had some interesting things going on. You had like a lasso, but other than that, there were no new powers. You essentially got upgrades for the powers that you had from the first game, and like in my mind, this is just because they didn't want to actually work on the game that they wanted to sell you. They wanted to say, you know what, like we'll just throw this in there because we can't think of any awesome new powers and we don't want to think of any new ones. And that was the greatest problem I had with this game, was that there were only, I want to say, 4 or 5 new powers. Everything else were just upgrades. Like if you played the first one, you knew the electric glide, where you'd be able to glide in the air with electricity. They decided to give you that upgrade. Now you can glide further, which is really important, especially considering the fact that you actually care a lot about that power, right? I'm kidding, of course. Sometimes I'm hard to come. Nah, that was really stupid. But those were the only cons, honestly. There were more pros. They had user content in this game, and if you were able to find the user content, you were gonna have a lot of fun with it. There were a lot of sophisticated levels. I played about 10 to 15. There were either really sophisticated ones or ones done by 10-year-olds. And I ran into more 10-year-old work, which made me sad. I played about 5 or 6 like good levels, and the rest were obviously just like thrown together by 10-year-olds who just because screw you. Um, what else? They fixed some problems from Infamous One. They made getting around easier. In the first one of my main problems was that getting around was impossible. You'd have to I'm trying to think of it. You'd have to go on a bridge. I think I used the exact word. There's one bridge to each region, and that was the only way to get from region to region. They solved that because they made only 2 regions, and they made more than one way to get to them. Less water, so you could travel easier. And they added boats. You can travel like across large bodies of water just by jumping from boat to boat. Um, what else? Choices made in the first game affected things that went on in the second game, and that was amazing. Once again, that connects to your whole like tie to the character thing, which they tried to screw up. But I mean, the choices, like in Infamous One, if anyone's played Infamous One, you know you make some pretty serious choices, and finding out whether they were good choices or not, really, I enjoyed that. You can get there are love interests in this game. As Cole, there's a good love interest and a bad love interest, and the good one will always try to give you good karma, and the bad one will always try to give you bad karma by doing different types of story missions. Um, and yeah, I'm looking at the case right now. Pretty cool case. Like, what I love what Sony's been doing is they've been adding new cases, but that's not the point of what this video is about. They gave you a point in the game where you could actually choose to get the powers of your love interest. You could choose the good one, which was ice, which would give you like an ice leap ability, which in reality isn't that cool, but it made getting around more fun. And they gave you I don't know what the other ability was. I need to replay Infamous, which I'm definitely gonna do. Infamous 1 and 2 both had really good replay value because of that whole karma system. But yeah, I think that's essentially it. Definitely get Infamous, get the collection. Honestly, that's what I would recommend. If you don't want to get the collection, just get Infamous 1. In my perspective, Infamous 1 was a better game. Um, but they were both pretty good. I gave Infamous 1 an 8.5, Infamous 2 an 8.3. Not a big difference, but yeah, I will be posting up Uncharted 1 next because I literally beat that like an hour ago. And yeah, Infamous, good game.